minority of this committee. Every fact alleged by the whistleblower has been substantiated by multiple witnesses, again and again, each of whom has been questioned extensively by Democrats and Republicans alike. The evidence shows that Donald J. Trump, the President of the United States, has put himself before his country. He has violated his most basic responsibilities to the people. He has broken his oath.
This may be, though, become known as the focus group impeachment. Because we don't have a crime, we don't have anything we can actually pin, and nobody understands really what the majority is trying to do, except that interfere and basically make sure that they believe the president can't win next year if he's impeached. Adam Schiff, when he told us he wasn't going to come, instead hide behind his staff, he also told us that we're going to keep investigating because they know this is going nowhere in the Senate, and they're desperate to have an impeachment vote on this president.
Further reserving the right to object.
As I have said,
Further reserving the right to object.
I have said the point of order would be in order at the meeting where we are considering articles.
Further reserving the right to object.
We will now hear presentations.
Mr. Chairman, I appeal the decision of the chair.
There's no decision to appeal. There was not a ruling and a motion. We will now hear presentations.
There's a ruling on the point of order.
You made a ruling on the point of order.
Yeah, you made a ruling on the point of order, Mr. Chairman. You can't then not allow us to appeal the ruling of the chair.
The gentleman will suspend.
So even after he got caught, he is saying, again, this vulnerable nation, dependent on U.S. support, militarily and otherwise, again, he's telling them what to do. And unlike in 2016, when he only had a campaign platform, which to extend the invitation to a foreign power, now he has the levers of government in his control to not only request it and invite it, but to pressure that country to do it.
To impeach a president who 63 million people voted for over 8 lines in a call transcript is baloney. This unfair process reflects the degree to which Democrats are obsessed with impeaching the president. The Democrats went searching for a set of facts on which to impeach the president: the emoluments clause, the president's business and financial records, the Mueller report, allegations of obstruction, before landing on the Ukraine phone call.
I would like to turn to the evidence of President Trump's conduct concerning Ukraine. My colleague, Mr. Castor, just said that it revolves around 8 lines in one call record. But that sorely ignores the vast amount of evidence that we collected of a months-long scheme. President Trump's persistent and continuing effort to coerce a foreign country to help him cheat to win an election is a clear and present danger to our free and fair elections and to our national security.
There is a legitimate basis for President Trump to have concern about Hunter Biden's role on Burisma's board. Witnesses in the impeachment inquiry testified that the allegation of Ukrainian influence in the 2016 election was appropriate to examine.
Mr. Castor.
Add something there?
No, you can't. Mr. Castor, let me ask you a question.
President Trump did mention.
Are you going to let him answer?
He did mention that there's some very bad people there.
Can yell.
The gentleman will suspend. The time is the questioners, and he can ask the questions of whoever he wants. And when you question, you'll have the same rules.
And Mr. Castor, in fairness, you'll be able to answer questions asked by minority counsel when it's their turn.
Okay, but,
I have 45 minutes, so let me ask you.
Come on, Barry. In fairness here, President Trump talks about very bad people.
Mr. Castor, if I can finish? And that was, let me finish, sir.
Was it you or was it Chairman Schiff that said, while we're doing this, let's see if this matches Chairman Nunez's number. Let's see if this matches a member of the press's number. Somebody along the way just didn't all of a sudden have an epiphany, unless you're getting ready to throw a low-level staffer under the bus, that these numbers might match. So who did it? Was it Chairman Schiff or was it you? You are here without a pen because your chairman will not testify. That says all we need to hear. He don't even stand behind his own report, and he sends you. I hope it works out for you. I'm done. At this point, I turn it over to Ashley.
Can I respond? Are you trying to say that what are you trying to say? What is the implication here? But by the way, I didn't give anything close to $1 million remotely, so I don't
No, it's
know.
not
what-
about
The implication is we want Schiff in that chair, not you. The implication is the person that wrote the report is the person that should come and present it, and you weren't elected by anybody, and you're here giving this
Gentleman
testimony
does not-
in place of the chairman.
Gentleman does not
I
have-
hope that clears up the implication.
Gentleman does not have the time, and the gentleman has been warned before.
This isn't about being fair. It's not about due process. This is about a kangaroo system. And let me tell you, those that think you've done something special here, you have set the bar so low, I'm afraid it's irreparable.
Mr. Castro, do you make political donations?
I don't remember any.
Mr. Goldman, same question. Do you make political donations?
I do, sir. I think it's very important.
Matter of fact,
to
you've
support,
given tens of thousands of dollars to Democrats, right?
Sir, I think it's very important to support candidates for office. I think our
Have
free
you
and
given
fair-
over 100,000?
Do you mind if I-
I just want to know the number. I don't really care the basis. Have you given more than 100,000
You don't
bucks to
care
Democrats?
about it?
The basis. I just want the number. So it's tens of.
I
I think
don't
Mr.
know the
Burke.
number,
Do you know
but-
how much money Mr. Burke has given Democrats?
I don't know, and I don't
Would it
see the
surprise you if it's
relevance.
more than 100,000?
Mr. Gates, I'm here to talk about this report.
So you gave tens
I'm
of
happy to talk
thousands,
to
and
you
Mr.
about this
Burke gave
report.
hundreds of, or more than 100,000. Do you think if you'd given more money, you might have been able to ask questions and answer them like Mr. Burke did?
Who personally asked President Zelensky to investigate his political rival, Joe Biden?
President Trump.
Who stood on the White House lawn and confirmed that he wanted Ukraine to investigate Vice President Biden?
President Trump.
Who stood on that same lawn and said that China should also investigate Vice President Biden?
President Trump.
As to anything that we do not know in this investigation, who has blocked us from knowing it?
President Trump in the White House.
So as it relates to President Trump, is he an incidental player or a central player in this scheme?
President Trump is the central player in this scheme.